The poor will end up paying more than the rich. That's what will happen if the government implements a 7% goods and services tax, as hinted by Minister Idris Jala. This, according to PKR. A 7% GST could increase the government's yearly revenue between 20 billion and 25 billion ringgit per year. But PKR believes the fiscal crisis is the result of a weak tax base, profligate spending, and corruption.
Not just the basic data that people don't have enough money to pay tax, is the fact that the government, the cause of the fiscal crisis, is the fact that the government has dubious mega projects, inflated cost of mega projects, and inability to tackle corruption seriously. If you want to solve the fiscal crisis, curb the dubious mega projects and also cut down corruption. I mean, corruption is about 28 billion a year. Yeah? And I'll show you the figure that Idris Jala talked about to raise 20 to 25 billion. If you can cut 28 billion a year, there's no need to raise 20 or 25 billion through a GST. Now, if you can show that you've done these two things and you still cannot balance your book, you still have a fiscal crisis, then you're entitled to consider GST. But consider GST at a very low level, yeah, to allow people to adjust to it, not start at 7%. If you start at 7%, you will cause inflationary pressure as well into the market.
The 7% GST model, as cited by Idris Jala, is based on Singapore's rate, but the Ministry of Finance proposes a rate of 4%. PKR reminds the government that Singapore only increased its GST of 3% 9 years after it was implemented.
I think the issue here that we want to emphasize is Idris Jala cannot pick a figure 7%. Yeah? Use it as a model at a forum. And, we all should be very alarmed at 7%. Yeah? And we want the minister to explain. If you want to use Singapore as a model, please introduce at 3%. For 9 years, no price hike.